Hi, it's a Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I wanted to try the contents of this little bag here. This is the Sephora Favorites Clean Me Up Kit. And it's something that I picked up during the recent Sephora sale, and I purchased it because I like some of the makeup items in here, but I wanted to give everything a try. So I'm just fresh from having washed my face with this little guy here. You get 10 mils of the Glow Recipe Papaya Sorbet Enzyme Cleansing Balm. It's kind of a pale pink, but I like that it has a very light, like almost undiscernible light fruity scent to it. One of the problems that I really dislike about oil or cleansing balms, like an oil cleanser or balm cleanser, is that when you put it on and then you wash it off, it doesn't always fully emulsify. This one emulsified beautifully. I didn't have a feeling of like oily or a residue layer on my skin. It washed off perfectly, and it didn't take a lot of scrubbing. I didn't need like an extra washcloth. The one that I've been using for the last year and a half, I got a whole bunch of them on sale. It's like, stock up. Oh, I've been forcing myself to get through it, but it doesn't come off unless I take an actual washcloth and get the whole thing off. I like that you don't need that with this. This is actually a really lovely cleanser. The next item in here is this little teeny tiny, oh my goodness, so tiny baby little container of the Milk Makeup Vegan Milk Moisturizer. It is the smallest sample ever. I thought we'd put some of that on. It's kind of thicker than I expected it to be. Oh, maybe that's too much. Well, let's go from here. This is a rather thick. It has kind of a heavier weight to it than I expected. If you're looking at it, it blends in nicely, but I thought it wasn't going to be that heavy. It's a much more emollient, heavy cream than I anticipated. I feel like if I were to put any more on right now, it would just be too much, and then I would have problems with products sitting strangely on top. It feels like I have a layer even on like the palms of my hands and my fingers where I was trying to press it into my skin. I still feel that residue. If you don't like something this heavy, this may not be for you, but this is a great way to try a product I never would have purchased on my own. The next thing in here is from Supergoop. This is their Glowscreen SPF 40. This is a ½ ounce, which I think is really nice. I did not know this was kind of like a tinted product, so I'm not going to use any other foundation type product today, and we'll just see what this looks like. I am looking for a new sunscreen. I know that Supergoop makes great products, but for years I have very much been into using Korean sunscreen, and if you were not aware, there's been kind of a kerfuffle when it comes to Korean sunscreens. It was discovered in 2020 that some of them did not have the SPF rating that they listed on the outside. I think the testing is a little bit different in Korea, and so some of them are being reformulated. A lot of companies test through the same labs, and when they were sending things out to independent labs, they were finding that, you know, labs in South Korea were saying that it's SPF 30 or SPF 50, and other labs were like, more like 15. So a lot of companies, including my favorites, I love Crave's The Beach Shield. I got an email last week saying they were pulling that, and they were reimbursing purchases from early spring of 2020 through now. And of course, I purchased several bottles because that's kind of like my go-to. Another one that I tried late last year that I wanted to see how it stacked up against was from Claire's. And Claire's also, they were the first one to be discovered to not have the appropriate SPF. So that one got pulled. And then I went like, well, let me go back to my favorite that I first started using almost a decade ago from Misha. Misha pulled all of their SPFs. I don't know whether theirs have been independently tested, but I think a lot of them are just not being sold outside of South Korea at the moment. Okay, which means I'm looking for a new SPF. And I don't know if this is because the Milk Makeup vegan skin milk is too heavy, or whether this product, maybe they don't get along, because I'm starting to pill up. I don't like that at all. I almost feel like I gotta wipe my face. I'm gonna try another layer and we'll see if it was this or if it was the, maybe I put too much on, but you're supposed to put a lot of SPF on. For your face, you're supposed to put on like a half a teaspoon on just your face and then half a teaspoon on your neck and your décolleté. So this does have a tint and a slight glow to it. I was worried that it might actually, you know, not work on my fair skin. Well, and I can see a shade difference between here and here. Okay, so maybe this product is just not for me. I wonder if they have a version that's not tinted. Now we're getting into the territory that makes me kind of excited. This right here is from Tarte. This is their cream bronzer, their Breezy Cream Bronzer in the shade Seychelles. And this is one of the products I was dithering between this and a different products from Danessa Myricks. And let me just swatch it for you really quick. It's a really pretty, I think it's a really pretty color. So I'm gonna pick some up on this brush, bounce it on the back of my hand. And my goal is to give myself just a little bit of bronze to the cheeks. My skin is looking really glowy from the SPF. Look at all this. No one's gonna need highlight today. That went on pretty easy. I'm kind of impressed. The next thing I have here is a multi-stick. This is one of the full-size items that comes in this kit. This is from ILIA. This is the shade Dreamer. And this is what the multi-stick looks like. You can use this on your eyes, on your cheeks, on your lips. I'm gonna use something else on my lips, but I wanna put this on my eyes and on my cheeks today. So I'm gonna start with my eyes. Just tap a little bit of this kind of all over the lid. I wonder if I can just draw a stripe of this on and then blend it. I love how easy it is to blend cream products on top of other cream products. I just threw some on the lips so you could see what a kind of monochromatic look this would make if you were to use it on your eyes, your cheeks, and your lips. I feel like this is a really pretty color. This is the blush here blended out, and I feel like you could use this multi-stick all, you know, instead of bronzer and blush, you could use this. And I feel like this kind of has kind of a peachy look to it too. This is that Tarte cream bronzer. I feel like either one of those could be your only cheek products and it would still give you kind of like a blush bronzer, a blonzer sort of look in cream products. But I feel like together they do work really well. The last thing that comes in this set is from Kosas. It's their Hyaluronic Lip Balm. It comes in the shade Rush, which is kind of like a really pretty, really nice neutral pink shade that I feel would work for a lot of people. I have been wearing this a lot. I wore it all weekend long. It feels really good on the lips. I'm still trying to get used to like the really severe oval. This is another full-size product. This product normally retails for $18. The one downside of this is that, as you can see right up here along the edge of the packaging, the product is creamy enough that it kind of just goes over the edge. And that's one of the things I dislike the most about any super creamy lip product. And I have a lot of lip products that do it, but I always try and clean it off before I stick it back in the cap. Otherwise, there's product everywhere. One of the other things that I've noticed about this is that I can advance the product and I can roll it down and then it stops. So I feel like the product itself is broken in the packaging somewhere, because at this point I can just kind of press it down and it goes down. But that doesn't really break my heart. It's in there so tightly. If you just push it up just enough to use it, you shouldn't be a problem. I don't know if that's just a packaging fail for the one that I have, or whether it's a problem with all of this, you know, products that come in this type of packaging. Just thought I would mention it. This has a really buttery feel to it. It feels like a super cushiony lip balm. It doesn't feel sticky or waxy like maybe a traditional chapstick would feel. It doesn't feel glossy like a lip gloss. It's kind of somewhere in the middle where it's kind of like a really creamy lipstick feel. You can feel it on your lips, but it doesn't feel uncomfortable. It's not tacky. It wears really beautifully and it fades really beautifully. I've discovered that using it over the weekend. I like this a lot. I wanted to give you a complete look at what the swatches. This right here is the bronzer built up. I do have it kind of blended out going this way. So it blends really nicely. Same with the multi-stick here. I have it kind of blended this way just a little bit, but you can see what the color looks like full on. And then the lip product. I find that they all work really well. The one thing I did notice was that I was starting to get, since I used the multi-stick on my lids today, it was starting to actually crease. I just kind of tapped it out already. And if you don't mind that, it's not gonna be a problem, but it didn't even take 5 minutes for it to start to crease. Now, remember, I do have, you know, moisturizer on, sunscreen on, and I did take the moisturizer up into my eyelids, and maybe it's, you know, a heavy moisturizer plus a creamy multi-stick that's keeping it from staying in one place. And I don't know if it really dries down, I'll have to let you know, but I feel like this is a product I'm probably going to use most on my cheeks. So there were 3 products that I added to my face that were not part of this set. I threw on a really easy lightweight mascara. I threw on a tinted brow gel because I feel like if I'm wearing any amount of product other than a lip product, sometimes I do need just a little something in my brows. And I did throw on a little bit of color corrector just under the eyes. And I feel like it really helps to make it look a little bit more pulled together. It's a really glowy look. I'm getting a lot of glow in through here, across the tops of my cheekbones, even in my forehead. And that's definitely from this. So if you struggle with oily skin and you have a lot of your own natural glow, this may not be the sunscreen for you, but I feel like it feels really nice on the skin. And all the products together, I think they look pretty good. I don't know if this is the sort of thing I would want to wear if I needed to be all day in a mask, because I feel like the cream products wouldn't last very long. But I do like the look of it. It looks hydrated, it looks easy, and it looks super unfussy, which is what I want to go for, like on the weekends, or if I don't have any appointments, if I don't have to go and do things and I just want to look like myself, but in color. These are the sort of products I would reach for. Super easy to apply and it goes really fast. Let me know if you have been intrigued by any of the Sephora Favorites products. The only Sephora kits that I usually get are the either Give Me Lip kits or Give Me More Lip kits around the holidays. Those are the only ones I really tend to go for. It's been a long time since I've bought just a regular one. And I think this one kind of lured me in because it had, you know, like 3 makeup products. I knew this was the one thing I really wanted to try, and I knew that I've been loving cream blush, and I always love a good lip balm. I think that this, I like SPF 50, but it depends on how this wears and how it wears underneath makeup to see whether I might go that direction. I think this is a really nice product. I don't even know that I want to try this again. After everything pilling up on top of it, maybe I would use it like just before bed as like my last step. I'll probably finish it up, but I'm not excited about the prospect of more of this. Thank you so much for watching today. I would love to know if you have been diving headfirst into cream products like I have. Like these products right here were like, and these are the reasons I picked up the bag. I feel like there's a lot of value in here, and I feel like this overall is an interesting set if you like easy, fast makeup. If you've been loving cream products, let me know which are your favorites. If you have a specific shade or a type of formula, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Have an incredible day, and I will see you again soon. Bye.